Hello and welcome to my review of the Gemmy Airblown Inflatable 10.5 foot tall candy castle. This sold at Lowe's in 2018 and can be seen in my very first video on YouTube, throwing it back to when I sat on the Lowe's floor only to get a portrait video of their lineup. I really do think this is one of the best modern inflatables to ever be released. With a retail of $199, I typically go on to say this is now selling for double or maybe even triple that amount. However, it's not selling at all. There are not any listings of it on eBay, which is just littered with a knockoff version. So probably Marketplace would be your best bet if you want to track one of these things down. For now, I'll continue to take as much care of the one I already own. It has a YEF 125, has been used 5 seasons in a row, yet still inflates very tight. So let's go ahead and plug it in. After some minor adjustments, particularly around where the entrance is, getting that aligned as well as pulling up some of those pillars, I've got it right around where I would have it for a display, getting it as perfect as possible. It looks really good. The one thing I have no control over is that front gate, and that is because it juts out quite a bit, forcing this kind of 60-degree angle if you want to count it from the ground. I don't have any control over it. All I can do to combat the problem is just pull on those pillars a little bit tighter and then just stake the base fan, especially at the front leg, to get that one staked down there. Each character, which there are 4 of, has its own C7, plus 2 would be in the Peppermint, as well as that little window. So you've got 6 C7s for the candy castle total. I took the kaleidoscope out and snapped a picture of it. It's relatively big and heavy. I'd estimate around $20 to $25 when compared to the separate ones that Gemmy sells. It looks great at night because it doesn't have that much area to cover. However, in the daytime, it's hardly visible at all. This candy castle is packed with detail. You've got a lot of patterns all over it, as well as some metallic material with the gumdrops. You've got 4 gumdrops at the bottom and then 3 little mini ones. On top of this little rectangle right here, you also have a candy cane. And then the peppermint patterning that borders this door, you can tell has seen some better days. That pink color is very visible. And while I do pride myself on keeping my inflatables out of the sun and lasting a long time, with 5 seasons of hard use, I've put this in some of my best vignettes. It is bound to see some fading. You do have another window over here right by the reindeer, which carries the C7. Typically, I wouldn't be upset that there's not a C7 in the window as well, but at night it looks very odd when that one's lit up and this one isn't. They're so close in proximity, I didn't think I'd be complaining about it, but it is extremely noticeable. They've played around a bit with the roof, making it a Christmas tree. I really like that. I think it's clever. I'll step to the side. You've already seen this angle of it with the inflation, but I do want to talk about the zippers, of which you have 3. The first one being at the top, the second being by the fan. If I can zoom in, sorry. Then the last one in a more hidden spot, being right behind this door here. So it's really only good for accessing the C7 in the Peppermint. That's about all it's good for. I would have put it directly behind the candy castle to make accessing the character C7s easier. Instead of coming from the bottom, you could just go right where the Santa is. Gemmy and I did not think alike on that though. Thank you all so much for watching my review on the Lowe's 2018 Kaleidoscope Candy Castle. This one does really have a special place in my heart. I've loved it for 5 years. I will keep doing it. Probably not going to display it this year for college reasons and such, but I'll be holding on to it in a climate-controlled storage unit. So hopefully I'll have this one for a very long time. Thanks again, and I'll see you later. Peace out. Bye.
Usually we transition into the nighttime stills, but last night a rainstorm came and squandered my opportunity to get them for you. Though please enjoy the security footage of me sprinting to save the candy castle from getting wet.